them a D plus rating, just giving them a little bit better in every category, essentially, than what the fan base gave them. So the public seems to be a little bit more, or at least last year, liked what the Leafs were doing and what Brad Treliving was doing more than the fan base. But I can't help but think that was just salty. They were just salty over what had happened after the Game 7 loss to the Boston Bruins once again, leading to the firing of Sheldon Keefe. They got a new coach now. They got a new identity. They got a new structure, and they're moving forward as a different team this year. So why don't we dive into our confidence rankings, our confidence survey when it comes to the Toronto Maple Leafs. So while Dave's kind of pulling up the survey here, just a reminder that you can go do it yourself as well on the Athletic. Just go check it out. I think Dom Lucian technically has the story posted, and then you can go and click the link and take the survey yourself. So let's start. You get from 1 to 5. You get to give a rating here on all the categories. So 1 being not at all confident, 5 being very confident in the Maple Leafs front office in each of these categories. So again, the categories are roster building, cap management. Just continue to scroll so I can kind of see what all the categories are here, Dave. Trading, drafting and developing, free agency, vision with the vision team, and then there's a final overarching question about how your confidence in the team's front office has changed year to year. So we'll definitely go through all of these over the course of the episode. So we'll start with roster building. 1 to 5, Dave. Where's your confidence level in this team's roster building right now?
I would be kind of like in the 4 range.
Okay.
I feel like there aren't as many holes on this lab except for one, kind of the Mitch Marner replacement. Don't think they really have, like, we can't say for sure who that's going to be, which is why I could be convinced to be in like the 3-4 range for this one. Like, I think they've done some good things. I think they've built out their depth better. I think the blue line's still pretty solid. The goaltending we know is in good shape. But the forward group, especially up top, just feels like not quite as solidified.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 4 as well. So I think we can lock in a 4. We can both agree there. And for me, like I like the identity of what they're building here. I think there's a far more clear identity of the type of team, the style of play that they want. And I think the players that they did get this offseason definitely reflect that. More of a Berube style game. But that was more so the guys who they added in the bottom 6. There's still a hole in the top 6, and you mentioned it, Mitch Marner. They brought in Matias Maccelli. They'll probably give Nick Robertson an opportunity in the top 6. Max Domi will be given an opportunity. Easton Cowan will be given an opportunity. And maybe there's a surprise of some kind that kind of gets a shot up in the top 6 throughout camp. But there's just, it's not completely a 5 because there's still a pretty big glaring hole. And when the problem in the playoffs was goal scoring, and you don't really add many goal scorers to the mix, yeah, it's going to be tough to get a 5. But I still like the direction and how they've built the roster moving forward. So I think a 4 is very appropriate.
I do too.
Okay. Cap management. Go ahead, Dave.
I think they've done a lot better at this. I think this is the one year. This is really the one year that our Leafs are going into the season, and I can't say that they've messed up their cap. They have. Mm-hmm. They've got cap money. We're not worrying about playing this roster shorthanded. They actually have a surplus at forward, so their cap can go down even more. Like, I'm at a, like, I think, yeah. Are they still a little? I think it's like a 4 or 5 range for me. Like,
you want to go 5? You're that confident? Like, you're very confident in Brad Treliving's cap management skills.
I think he's realized after his first 2 years that, okay, we just, like, as much as we want to have a Mitch Marner, as much as we want to be paying all these guys a lot of money, we could have given John Tavares more, but our cap structure dictates we need to be able to have a little bit more flexibility.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like he's done a better job. Now, Mitch Marner leaving does certainly help with that, and things may have been different had Mitch Marner decided he didn't want to leave and he wanted to stay. But he took the money and he didn't he didn't go out and make brutal deals. He made sure that going forward, this team has a lot of cap flexibility in what they want to do.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I think I'd probably go the 4. I go the 4 as well. Just for me, I guess the only thing that's precluding me from going to a 5 is the fact that he did give Max Domi that contract. Technically, did sign David Camp to that contract. There's a couple of deals here that I get. Those are really the only 2, actually. It's just he's just not batting 1,000. You know what I mean? Not batting 1,000 in order to get a 5 for me. But there are some great deals that the Maple Leafs and Brad Treliving, this front office, have been able to get signed. Obviously getting Matthew Nyes signed to that long-term extension, that was big. And signed to a number that will work moving forward was big, right? Tavares getting that contract done for $4.38 million for the next 4 years. It's a great deal. That's a great deal, and that's how you manage your cap. You get a guy who's worth $6-7 million bucks. You get him for $4.4 million. Yeah, you're gonna get some love there. So I guess there are a number of deals that are considered very good, I would say, for the Maple Leafs. The way that he was able to get Scott Laughton and Brandon Carlo, when he managed the cap there by getting both of the teams that traded him to retain some money on those contracts, not just for last year, but for this season as well, to give them as much possible cap space as they could have. And they're going to be able to accrue cap space for the first time in forever, probably. I'm almost talking myself into a 5, actually. I'm almost doing it. Do you want to give them a 5? Now that I'm really kind of thinking about it, there's only one bad contract on this Leafs team. Even Domi's not horrendous, but there's only one bad contract that's been handed out by this Maple Leafs team. They've done a pretty good job of navigating, their newfound cap, I suppose, this offseason, and they didn't go and hand it out to guys willy-nilly and